That sounds fantastic.
It's awesome.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm almost at the point where I would rather you just like use your smartphone's camera to like record the fucking. Okay. That's
but
fine.
if you want to, you could buy me the full version, but that's $1,000 for that shitty program.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, why don't you have a Mac, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why not just uninstall that as your operating software and install Windows 7? You could always do that.
As soon as I run League of Legends on Windows 7 on my Mac, I have a frame rate of FPS like 20, which sucks with the Zed and Talon and Yasuo and stuff.
Oh no, of course. But why? Oh, okay. That's fucking weird. That sucks. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not really a PC gamer. I'm more of a console guy, playing PS4 and stuff. But League of Legends is the only PC game, so I didn't get myself a good PC. That sounds horrible.
No, that's okay. Okay, so the first blood's not that great. So anyways, talk to me. Like, before the game, like, totally commences, just, like, let me know, like, what's been going on and stuff.
I guess that's still a normal game, because when I record something...
yeah, you told me the FPS.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, I think that's... Team Builder? No, it was Draft Pick, actually.
Okay.
So I saw the Syndra and, yeah, Zed was open, so I picked him.
Okay.
The next video, by the way, will be from Syndra, about Syndra, whatever.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, you opened. Oh, wow, yeah, you opened W. That's.
Yeah, that's so fucking.
You could do some cute stuff with that. Now, just because you open W, it doesn't mean that like you're instantly behind until you get to 7 minions. You know, like you could, like, so for instance, like something you could do, right? Now, she probably knows that you have W, right? But for instance, like right here, okay? Like where your minions are further back than her minions are to your minions. Do you know what I mean by that? Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay, so like something you could do from this freeze frame. Alright, now obviously, depending on how Syndra reacts, it may or may not occur, okay? But assuming she doesn't react accordingly, okay? You could try to walk up to her, hit her, and then W backwards. Just to, because you're, you're passive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, well, my passive only procs at 50% HP, or even though...
Wait, what? Are you serious? Did I just fucking learn something? You just coached me, man. Like, why are you fucking... Wait, really? Who am I thinking of that has a...
Java.
This effect... Oh my god, you're right. Okay. No, you're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. Okay, never mind.
Free coaching hour?
Yeah. Jesus. Fuck. Oh my god. I just searched that. No, thank you. No, thank you. A lot. Holy shit. Who the fuck am I thinking of? Okay, yeah, it has to, okay. Oh my god. No shit, okay. Alright, no, that completely changes what I was thinking about with the W. I thought you would have had some interaction that was not just your auto attack, so I apologize. Okay. But, for sake of what I was saying, in some instances, something like that can be viable. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, for unhit purposes, or energy purposes, or, you know, like, whatever. Like, if you only want to get an auto and then get away, like, you don't want to just throw a Q or something, like, say, like, your auto will deal more than a, you know, like, or 2 autos, depending on attack speed, something like that. But, it's just food for thought. That was nice, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think you should be throwing your shadow here onto tower when all the minions are coming in. Even to get, like, 1 CS, because now you might miss more CS than what you just got Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. I don't know.
Yeah, you lost a lot right there. And now, she opened with Dorons and then 2 reds. So, are you familiar with attacking her mana? Are you familiar with that game plan? Okay, so you should try to do that more when you have more potions than her. And are you running 21-9?
Yes.
Okay, so you even have the regen. Jesus, Gnar.
It's not jungle.
Yeah, is that... I don't think that's common.
No, it's not.
Okay. Alright. Oh! Sucks. When she throws her E, she's super vulnerable. Like, to poke and damage.
Yeah.
Right. You're playing this lane very, very passive. And then one thing also, have you watched my most recent video with Oriana?
No, I wanted to do that, but yeah.
Okay, so something that I talked about in it is movement for psychology. So like your Zed movement feels a little weak. And what I mean by that is like, it's almost like, fuck, let's just go back like 30 seconds and watch it in slow-mo, okay?
I'm placing myself not aggressive enough.
Well, you're not moving to like feign attacks. Okay, so something a lot of people don't understand is that if Syndra doesn't have a ward right now, okay? Let's go back to when Gnar ganked, okay? So where's Gnar's gank gonna come?
It's
right here, right here.
I think.
It's right here, it's right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's watch Syndra. Okay, but let's also watch what you do. You completely neglect the 2 minions. Okay? Now, what is Syndra thinking? She's thinking Gnar's here.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So, Gnar does not have to show up for you to make her think this. You can make her think this just by moving past the minion. Okay? And acting the way that you're acting. And by doing that, that puts her on edge. Because a Gnar could come out of the fog of war any second, right? So this is something that's really, really important, and like Platinum and Diamond players, they don't do it enough. You don't need to worry about it if you're in Gold, you don't need to worry if you're in fucking, Silver, and you don't need to worry about it if you're in like Bronze, obviously. But this becomes more relevant the higher you go up. It's the fog of war pressure, okay? This is why red trinket on the first or second back is so crucial. So anyways, when you're behind, like in this instance, all hail Wirecast, when you're behind in this instance, okay, and you just simply move past these minions, and you can do your Q and your W and everything like that, she will keep running back, okay? And then, once you don't fully commit on her, she's going to try to rationalize the situation, psychologically. She's going to be like, okay, is Gnar over there? Is Gnar over here? She's going to be like, I don't have a ward, I don't have this, blah, blah, blah. And then lower level players, they will begin to panic. Okay, because they can't rationalize it. They cannot understand why it happened. Okay? And if you do that over and over and over, you do these things that they seem non-coherent. They seem like non-logical, basically. They seem illogical. You're going to create this disruption in mid lane, psychologically. And these type of psychological things are really, really important to champions that can benefit from abstract movement. And Zed is one of those champions that can benefit from abstract movement. There are some champions that they do not benefit from abstract movement. Example being Karthus or something. He does not actually benefit from abstract movement, just because of how he is as a champion. But like Zed, Oriana, Yasuo, Syndra even, in some ways, she can benefit from abstract movement. Fizz can benefit from abstract movement. But Zed, really importantly. So like, for instance, so what I was trying to say is now, even if Gnar wasn't here, if you do this play against her, she's going to react the same way. Okay? So do this more when Gnar's not there. Okay? It's a giant fucking mind game. And if you can get under someone's skin, you're more likely to induce mistakes. And what I talked about is, I talked about this in the Orion video, and I'll tell it to you too. Orianna is one of the champions I hate facing the most. I absolutely fucking hate it. But what puts me on tilt the most against Orianna is Oriannas that have like mastered her like stutter step movements. Do you know what I mean by that? Like the way Orianna moves, it actually puts me on tilt. Only if they're really good. If they're really bad at moving with Orianna and they just move standard and they move her like a normal champion, I have no problem. Then I think the Orianna's trash. But if all of a sudden she starts like glitching in the lane, like, you know, like the rotations that she does and like how her avatar moves, and she does it really fast and the way that she'll move forward and backwards against me and stuff, and it's like a really high level Orianna, it puts me on tilt. Because of the movements. They're really fucking obscure. So like, that happens. Everyone, you know, psychology is a giant aspect, so just like keep this in mind, because this Zed concept that I'm teaching you, it's like just called attacking the fog of war. This is why vision control is so important at the higher elos. Because if all of a sudden you're standing in the middle of the lane, and Syndra's standing in the middle of the lane, and all of a sudden she swoops down to the right and starts moving into you, you're gonna start backing up, because it's not, you don't understand. She's at full HP, you're at full HP. It doesn't make sense. Why is she just coming at you? You're probably gonna think someone's coming out of here or someone's coming from here. Most likely, you will think that. Okay? If you're really fed, you might just fucking laugh and then jump on her. Do you know what I mean? But in normal circumstances, you'll back away because you can't rationalize it right away. Now, if the lane goes on 6 minutes, and this is why I put such an emphasis on like playing an eye staring contest with your opponent, and like just watching all of their movements and trying to understand and like dissect their movements. If the lane goes on for like 6 minutes and they keep making these moves, then you can probably rationalize when it's real and when it's not. Do you know what I mean? And then this will also separate players that get higher and higher into the levels of psychological play. You know, as players that can rationalize it off the very first time it happens, versus ones that can't. Does all this make sense? Is this helpful?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
Okay, alright, good. Alright, let's get back to the video. Zed. Okay, great. This is gigantic on Zed. And the reason that I'm telling you this is because your movements are really, really weak. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. So, like, you can easily remedy that. Moving, like, learning how to move properly in lane and, like, movement pressure, just watch, like, lots of games of Faker or Apto or Dade or, like, any top Zed. Right, and watch them do it. Now, don't watch them do it in a pro game, watch it from their solo queue, because in pro games, there's so many different rules, they're thinking about so many different things, and they're going to move differently according to the 5v5, but in solo queue, they're probably not respecting their opponent, and that's where it's most prevalent.
Most of the time, I place myself more aggressive, but at that specific moment, I feel kind of weak, and yeah, underpowered when facing against her. That's why I choose to. But what you told me is perfectly logical.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
That strategy only works when I am pushed in, right?
No, it works all the time. It's fog of war strategy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's applying pressure through the fog of war. It's just you don't want to do it in a situation where they can just laugh at you. Like, yeah, like I don't care. Like if I'm like playing Rise and I'm purple side and I'm shoving a blue top laner into tower and I have a level up on him and I have 16 minions inside of me because like I either froze a lane and I have a mass minion accumulation. If they start moving into me, I'm gonna move into my minions and laugh. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, like 2-on-1, like I don't care because I have 16 minions. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So don't do it in situations where the opponent can just laugh at you. You know, you have to plan it, of course, but it's a tactic, it's a strategy. You know, it's like in poker and Texas Hold'em. You know, like the all-in bluff. You know, when you all in and you're bluffing. It's because they may be able to call a normal bet, they may be able to call a high bet or something, but they can't call your all in. You know, for reasons unexplained, like depending on the situations and the circumstances, they simply cannot, in almost any logical circumstance, call your all in. They must fold, even though you're entirely bluffing. Okay? So it's just like that. It's like a poker all in. Sort of. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
And for some reason, I now associate Zed with Isildur. I don't know. Like, the fuck? Fucking Victor Blom. Okay. But people are... Because this VOD is being recorded, and apparently Skype is not... No, you're max. You're max volumed. Let me check. I'm sorry. And I'm only doing this because it affects the VOD.
Give me
so.
a second, I will tune my microphone up.
Oh no, I got you. Okay, I got it.
Really?
Yeah, we're good. Holy shit, that's loud.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, no, we're fine. Oh my god, all hail Wirecast.
Yeah, that's so fucking annoying.
What is Nunu doing?
I had no idea.
He's like
Yeah,
shit.
that was Panic Flash.
But she had no mana.
Yeah. I can't explain, sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Because the Vamp Scepter, because the lifesteal that you can get in the earlier stages, like, okay, so right now you're walking back to lane, you're gonna have level 6, right? It's gonna be your dueling period, okay? This has nothing to do with sustain. There's no rotational play, okay? Because you're just trying to get into Bilgewater Cutlass, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, you want to recall reasonably soon. Your next recall phase, we're gonna call this a recall phase, okay? So I just made up a terminology. So your recall phase is somewhere within the next like 3 minutes, okay? Depending on whether or not you're gonna get blue and then try to sustain through blue buff. If you are gonna try to sustain through blue buff, thank you YouTube, I can't see his fucking timer. Okay, it's 5:40. So if you do try to sustain through blue buff, you're gonna be in lane until around 9:15, 9:30, okay? So we have about a 3 minute and 30 second to 4 minute window, which is like what I was just talking about. 2 minutes on the lower end, like if you have to instantaneously recall, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, okay? So your recall phase is something that you want to consider. And because it's gonna be 2:30 at the lowest end, okay? On average, it'll be 3 to 3:30, okay? And then optimal, which we're gonna deem highest efficiency, will be 4 minutes, and that's because we factor in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is your recall phase. And because you want to benefit the most out of your recall phase, which is also your assassination phase, because you hit level 6, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you want to just go 3 times longsword. Because during this phase, your lifesteal is almost irrelevant due to how you will play and manipulate the lane.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
I will still have enough money for my Bilgewater.
Exactly, yes.
Makes sense.
Okay, alright, great. So this is just a manipulation on recall phase. It does not just apply to Zed, it applies to apply this logic to every fucking champion. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, good. And you're using your W to go back to lane, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Syndra's missing. Right, okay, so shove the lane fast. Syndra's missing, and Nasus gotta kill at top. So if you hyper shove the lane, you demand the enemy jungler to go onto the left side of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because of the mass fog of war pressure that your team's providing. And then yes, because the jungler is demanded to go on the left side, you can then go on the right. And now obviously the jungler is at bottom, but even if it doesn't apply to this specific instance, it applies to the mass majority. This is good. Don't throw your... Nice. Okay, you butchered that. You know that though, right?
Yeah, I know.
Alright, let's see.
I wasted my W. That's the first thing.
Well, you shouldn't use W initially. I mean, you can in some ways, but... Okay, so... That goes off. Yeah, I feel like that's a waste of W.
curve jump to my shadow from my ultimate.
Yeah, yep.
But still.
Yeah. You could have QE R'd and then W'd forward to cut her off. Like there was a lot of things that you could have done there. I feel like that was pretty poorly played. The other thing is that I feel like you shouldn't go in from the angle that you do. What I mean by that is like so let's see here. How do you exactly go in? Yeah, see, like I feel like this is poor. Now, your ally gets hit by a luck snare, which obviously takes effort at this point, but if you come in a little bit lower, like if you came in and you hugged like this, it maybe makes Bane move a little bit different, and it also makes Lux move a little bit different because you're covering more ground, and it gives more opportunity to your teammates because you're further back. Okay, but if they're diving or they're pressuring the tower, like if they're not aware of your presence, it's okay to come in like that.
Okay.
Okay, but they're aware of your presence before you show up. So, yeah. Let's go on to normal.
Yep.
And then also, if you remember something that I told you, don't roam to sturdy farm at the cello.
Yeah.
Just do that.
I saw that opportunity.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you don't have ult. Rather than type to him, I don't know if I told you this. 3 back pings to suggest, 5 to command.
Okay.
Don't type in game. I mean unless like it's late game and you're like moving like for 15-20 seconds, like say you're going to the very top of top lane, you have time to type or something. Or say like your team clearly doesn't know what the hell is going on or something and you have to type. But if you can avoid it, just avoid it. So, I mean, it's just my recommendation. Like, but yeah.
Makes totally sense.
Right. Oh, I would have jumped to my shadow and moved forward to E that. I mean, it's really nitty gritty, but
yeah. Messed up so much CS.
Ooh, that was good though. No, she was out of mana again. No, you can kill her.
Wait.
You can kill her. You kill her here, right? Tell me you kill her. Tell me you kill her right now. Okay. Oh, GG. GG, rip. What? You messed up though, but okay, you salvaged it. And your life still came in handy. And now everyone that watches this VOD is gonna be like...
That was kind of planned, so I didn't mess up.
What? No, but there was a cleaner way to kill her.
Really?
Yeah, there's cleaner ways to kill her there. Do you want me to go over it?
Yep.
Alright, hold on. Okay. God damn it, Wirecast. Okay. Play this in ×5. Okay, so you elect to stay. Alright, now the first thing is moving left rather than just... I get... Okay, I guess it's just it's a preference. As you do this, okay, at this freeze frame. Now let me see what you do, because it looked pretty not clean to me. Yeah, you missed your shurikens.
I got at least one.
Right. That's what I mean. There's a cleaner way though. That's
Yeah.
all. Okay, hold on. Ah. I'm sorry.
Just let it go.
Okay. In this, alright, so like in this moment, like as you land, like even before you land, technically you can input it. Now maybe you can't because of the ping, and this again goes back to shit that I religiously talk about when playing champions like Zed and stuff. Maybe you can't do this because of the ping. But as your shadow lands, you can instantly just QE and start initiating with DI the auto attacks on her avatar. Okay? And everything will go off.
Something like 30, so that should be fine.
Okay, yeah, you're completely fine then with 30 ping. Yeah, you're absolutely fine. So, as the shadow lands, you need to QEF ignite all at once, like all at the same fucking time. Okay? If you want to be even more nitty gritty, your combo should actually be F then R. And the reason that I say that is it lowers her regen. Even if it only affects like 5 HP or something, it's still important, okay? So it should be F then R in this instance. But anyways, so as your avatar lands, you E and Q at the same exact time. They'll both hit her. You can auto, and then you can walk upwards. And if she tries to get away, then your W is off cooldown, and you can W away. And if you do that, it's cleaner against the warrior minions and also just against her because it doesn't allow for as much reaction from her.
Okay.
With the depth mark. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And it should be way more rapid. Like, yeah, you miss one of the shurikens and then you walk into her, you R backwards and then you have to, yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to dodge a few.
Right. So, it's okay though, you salvaged it, so, sorry. Oh my god, the minion. Okay, we're good. Good. You should, well, I guess no. You should probably brutalize her before Bork when your blue's gonna run out, because it provides Zed with the necessary CDR to do his most optimal combos.
Okay.
That's really nitty gritty, but yeah, it's important. Nice, that was cute. That was really cute. Okay. Dirty farm, don't you? Okay, I think you're placing the pink. That's cute. Okay, love you. Alright. What? Well, okay, that's not cute. Oh my god, that's a fucking recipe for disaster. Holy shit.
Yeah.
There's no reason to play ballsy. Just remember about that psychological movement. And, the other thing is, there's an intimidation factor also. If the player is low enough, like their EQ is low enough, there's also an intimidation factor from the fast movements. Like for instance, I was playing against like a Katarina the other day that was an obvious elo booster. I don't know how high the Katarina was, like in terms of skill, like on the Korean server, I have no idea. But I had never seen a Katarina move as fast as she did. like with her resets and her shun pose and everything. And it was actually intimidating to the point where I would not commit to otherwise like normal things I would commit to, because I was intimidated by her reactionary speeds. So there's an intimidation factor inside of everything, and this goes back to the movement stuff, because a player will feel intimidated by a person that is clearly moving faster than they're anticipating. Okay? Now, if I were to play the Katarina like 50 times in a row, or play against a level of Katarina 50 times in a row, all the Katarinas below that would seem much, much slower, even if they were still moving as fast as they were moving right now. And then the intimidation factor from those super fast Katarinas or something, it would lose its flair. But if you do it, okay, you're stepping above the other Zeds inside of your Elo. Okay? So you suddenly become different, even though you're inside that Elo. So that's all that I'm saying, okay? Just apply intimidation. That's also one of the core components to champions like this. It's not just their kit. Their kit allows for intimidation to exist. Nice. Oh my god! No! What? What?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Huh?
Must have hit me before.
No, because your screen blinked red.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Fucking
I
hacker!
outranged him.
You fucking, this fucking coaching session's over. You're fucking cheating. No. What the fuck? And yeah, you didn't use Cutlass, but
Yeah, that would have secured the kill.
Oh. Oh my god. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's great. Okay.
Right, please.
Riot, please. Alright. Oh, that was cute. Okay. Dirty farm more. God. You're easily a champion that can dirty farm. Like, very, very easy. So, like I gave the last person, I want you to do something as well. So, Zed, you said, is one of your main champions, right?
Yep.
Okay, and Oriana is too, right?
A bit.
A bit, okay. So on
Syndra, Zed, and Yasuo for me.
Okay. On Zed, yeah, on Zed and Ori, whenever you play, okay? Whenever you play a game, take a screenshot for me, okay? And I want you, at minimum, getting 10 CS a game by, like, 10 CS per minute each game, okay?
Okay.
But at the 10-minute mark, I want you to always be consistently at, like, 90 to 110. Okay, like that's pretty simple. But then if you can hit like 200 CS at 17 minutes or 18 minutes, take a screenshot of that, because it's really easy to do it with these champions, especially at this LO.
Okay. By the way, if you could rewind it, move back the video. I have no idea how to translate it.
Rewind.
There is another bug that kind of killed me there, so.
Yeah. Alright.
So it's even. I tried to dodge her ulti with mine, but somehow hers got set back on cooldown.
Yeah, that's a glitch, I believe.
See it right there. And then she ults me again.
Yeah, I think it's either a glitch or it acts like Caitlyn. Do you know what I mean by that? Like if Caitlin's ult somehow gets interrupted, it gets reset after like 4 seconds or something.
Yeah, I know, but
There was something on Reddit about this. There was something on Reddit about it.
I'm definitely sure that you can dodge Syndra's ult with Zed ult. I've done it a few times.
No, I know that you can, but the CDR thing I think is intended. I may be wrong. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I think there was something on Reddit about this, but I don't know how to answer that, so I won't comment more on it.
Okay. Another question.
Yes.
In this game, I was going for Infinity Edge. Is this a possible item on that? I've seen it a few times.
Infinity
and I
Edge?
actually like it, but it might be just a snowbally solo queue game item. I have no idea.
Well, okay, so yeah, you can do it in snowbally games, but have you heard me talk about Teemo and why Teemo's as good as he is in some ways? In terms of like legendary versus epic items, have you heard me talk about that ever?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so Zed is very similar in the sense that a lot of his kit is epic items.
Okay.
Okay, in the sense that like obviously he can acquire like a very big portion of his full build in the time that most people acquire 1.5 core items, just because of his cost, like on his items and stuff, and like how it.
Okay.
So that's one of the ways Zed works the way that he does. But Infinity Edge, it's not like it's completely unreasonable, but yeah, it's like one of those super snowbally items or something. It's like going Trinity Force on Draven.
Oh, okay.
You know, like for comparison, it's like, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, move on.
But never go Ravenous Hydra.
Yeah.
Never.
Is it laggy for you as well?
A little bit. It lagged a little bit, but not too much. Why? Is it lagging?
Yeah. Like every 3 seconds.
Okay, no, I'm not having that. Let me stop the screen share and I will restart it.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we're good?
Yep.
Alright, go.
Ah, it's better now. Yep, better.
Okay. Okay.
This was like super dumb.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, you shouldn't go for blind kills like that without vision. Okay. Your death count's so high. Don't fight. I think I said that to you last time, don't fight as much. Like, don't look for fights, look for CS. Take, like, opportunistic kills, but don't take forced kills. Like, that kill on Nunu, that's forced. Because obviously there's a tower he can run back to, Nunu's tanky, and then, yeah.
Okay.
Oh! Yeah, she's dead. Oh? Yeah, okay. Nice, nice. Okay. Now, something that you're not doing is the fight broke out and you didn't pop a potion. And even if your HP does not drop like to lethal or anything, it's still, that's not the point.
Okay.
Oh my god, is that a player taking responsibility in a solo queue game? Like fucking Gnar? Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh. Okay.
Scared of me.
Yeah. Fucking Mundo. Okay, now you have Bork. Always just get a potion when you leap mountain. And also, on your second recall ever, like in the game, just get a trinket, red trinket. Just
Okay.
as a generic rule. And that goes back to the Fog of War stuff. In some cases, you can get it on your first recall. Because you'll be going to lane with a green ward. And not in all circumstances will you always get the red ward. Like if you're really far behind and you need to make like monetary use out of your green ward, like do that. Do you know what I mean? Like if you can't afford to buy wards without without compromising yourself, you can continue to try to use the yellow trinket for warding purposes. But in most cases, when you're even or ahead, you should prioritize red trinket.
Okay.
Okay. Drake's gone. At this point, the split pushing should begin. Like with Zed, you shouldn't be looking to team fight. Like, so, this is one of the things that I talk about with him. Reasons to stay away from team fighting and stuff. Like, he excels at split pushing, 1v1 dueling, and escaping. Like, that's what Zed excels at. So until the time for team fighting is extremely important, okay? You don't ever need to be with your team. You should just be off in another lane split pushing. And then if the enemy team, especially, in some cases, they will not have someone that can come to you to like 1v1 you. Like, just because their team comp is really poor or something, like no one can duel you. That's when it becomes really good, because then that means that they have to send 2 people to you, and your team always gets a 4v3. And unless you're in like Korean solo queue, your team will know that 4v3 is beneficial for them. Okay?
Yeah.
But in Korean solo queue.
That's the thing. I split push a lot, and every time I do it, I'm getting harassed. Ooh, that is not with the team. Yeah.
Well, then you just ignore them. And if your split push gets towers, it'll speak for itself. Okay, that's good. You killed Vayne. No, get back it. No! Kill. Oh! You let Lux get away! Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna watch this slowly. Because you have 2 more kills.
Okay.
Alright, so... Alright, so you ult onto him. Alright. Where's your ult? Fucking Shadow. God damn it, wire cast!
It's on Narcissus.
Okay, right now it's on us. Okay. You don't have damage for that yet. You should be closer up. Not anymore, but I mean, when Vayne on the right hand side turns the corner, yeah, just delete her. When she gives you the heal and you activate the Bork, you don't need to flash. Like your QWE.
I don't flash.
Why did I think you flashed? That's okay. Okay, then that's even better. Holy shit, I thought you flashed for some reason. I'm like totally out of it. No. Okay. In this instance, wait, as soon as you kill Vayne, you have double kill. You have triple kill. Here, when you kill her, okay, just start running down towards Syndra.
Okay.
Okay, you hug the edge. You can flash kill Syndra, and then when all's said and done, and you'll end up chasing Lux, and you'll get Lux, like with your W eventually. So you have triple kill. Even without flash there, you would have triple kill. So
A quadra kill. I killed Nunu as well.
you get a quadra?
No, I could have gotten one.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then at this point, whenever your team elects to go to... Oh, fucking Nami, goddammit. Whenever a team elects to go to a certain lane, you need to just go to top lane. So if they go bottom, you go top. They go top, you go bottom. They're in mid, you go to whatever lane is most comfortable for the next prioritized objective. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure. It's good. Good. And then as soon as that happens, you could almost ping Baron with a Vayne plus yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, you could probably ping Baron in that instance. Nunu's out of mana, and Syndra's pushing top, and she's gonna be needing a recall. So there's variables to consider. You can't just see it as a Nunu or a Syndra, or you have to consider their mana and do they need recall, etc. Because, okay, so here's something that's interesting. Now, right now, okay, you could, now, alright, hold on. Let me go into Paint for this. Paint, okay. So, let's say that Zed, like the Zed, like let's say this. Let's say, Syndra, okay? I'll use fucking Zed for the analogy, whatever. Okay, he has Ghostblade, plus he has Bork, okay? And then let's say he has Moby Boots. Okay, so he has 3 items, alright? Now, let's say that he is like 9, 0, and like 4. Yeah, he's really fed. He's really fucking scary, right? And then you factor in a CS and okay. Now, let's say that he sits on the map for a recall phase of 12 minutes or something. Okay? And he has a retardedly high GPM because he was really fed at the beginning of his recall phase. So, at the beginning of his recall phase, okay, so, this is going to be pretty weird. So, this graph bar, okay, this is going to be fedness.
Okay.
Alright, and then this is going to be recall phase on the bottom. Alright, so Zed will start really high up. Like, the recall phase is just beginning. As it goes on, okay, his spike is going to continuously keep getting worse. Alright, and then, like, his fedness, okay, his fedness is still relevant, alright? And then he recalls, so maybe he recalls right here. And then his fedness is up here. Okay, and then the recall phase, it trinkets down again. Okay, this is what we call scaling. Alright, now this is a different way of viewing scaling because we're approaching it through the recall phase. But this is why like Feral Flare junglers and Gnosis and stuff, they have different graphs. Their graph looks different in consideration to the fed and recall phase, and then their stack phase. Like you'll have to include stacks with like a different color or something. Alright? So now let's say that Zed, who's 904, okay, he's staying on the map, and then all of a sudden he's still staying on the map and he has 4,500 gold. Now, yeah, after he recalls, his fucking fed phase is gonna be up here and it's gonna be like the fucking sun. But it doesn't matter because he's still here. Yeah. Like at this original phase. So if Syndra, alright, so we'll use pink or something. If Syndra was down here when he was up here, but then Syndra had another recall phase, and then another recall phase, and then another recall phase. If Zed neglects recalling, at one point Syndra will be above him. Okay? So this is something that lower elo players, they won't understand inside of laning phase. And it's why someone can get solo killed twice in lane. Like, solo kill, they go back to lane. Solo kill, they go back to lane. And then you see your teammate kill the enemy, and it's because the enemy didn't recall. It's because the enemy killed them. And then the enemy's, you know, fed thing came up to here, and then your ally was down here. And then he went back to lane, and he got killed again. But he accumulated some gold. Okay, enemy still hasn't recalled. Your ally got 2 kills on himself. Like, he died twice, 2 deaths. Okay? Finally, when he comes back, he finally has an edge, and then he gets a kill. And then he spikes up a little bit, and then the recall phase kicked in, and then the opponent's barely ahead of him.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Okay. And that's just a lane thing. Alright. Okay. Go. Oh, what the fuck? And now at this point, you're... Okay, so something that we've already established is you're playing Zed wrong in the mid-game. That's just something easy to remedy. But also, something that I guess is important to ask is how much League are you watching?
A lot. Really, okay. A lot.
Okay, but when you watch, are you watching for entertainment or analytical purposes?
Both. But I know as soon as the mid game approaches, you never see Zed in the mid lane. They're always split pushing.
Always, right? Yeah. Okay.
I would do it if there weren't 5 enemies in our middle.
Oh. even if there's 5 enemies in the middle, a tower counts as more than a player. For a great while, it is actually stronger than a player. So your 4 teammates can hold under that tower, and if they can't...
Yeah, but our init is open.
Well, no, I don't mean right now. I mean, like, when you were hanging around the middle. Right.
Normally, I wouldn't do that, but in that moment, yeah.
Okay.
I was grouping. Normally, I'm really split pushing.
Okay. There has to be a way to fix the FPS problem also, by the way, because I actually do find it a little bit amazing that you're even able to play inside this FPS. You didn't lose there, but the game's pretty much over at this point. There's
when I don't record, I have normal FPS from 60.
Okay. Alright, no, that's good. You might be able to do some stuff with your graphics. I don't totally know.
I tried that, but it had no impact at all.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, alright, so, like, before next session, do that stuff with, because even if this game goes on, it shouldn't. Like, if it goes on...
It's more or less over.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what
I'm trying to split push, but okay.
Right. Before next session, what I want you to do is the screenshots with your CS, okay, in relation to your dirty farm. Only on champions that can dirty farm, alright?
Yep.
And then, on top of that, don't fight. I have to stress this, I have to put severe emphasis on this. Just do not go for fights. Take only opportunistic kills. Do not try to force anything. If you know that it's gonna be a duel of skill, rather than a duel of you simply just pressing buttons because they made mistakes, then don't take it.
Okay.
Alright? And then monitor your CS counts. Use OpGG to monitor your CS and like all those other statistics. There's also another site that you can use, I'll link you in Skype, that monitors statistics. And watch your statistics and then try to approach the weaknesses that are inside them. In this instance, it's your CSing, and then particularly on Zed, it's your split push ability. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay? Alright, do you have anything to ask right now?
No, not really.
Okay. Alright, if you come up with anything, ask me on Skype, and we'll go from there. And if you can get another Zed game, if he's a part of one of your mains, that would be beneficial.
Okay.
Okay? So that would be good. Okay? And then watch solo queue replays from OpGG of like Faker, Dade, Apto, etc. on Zed.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
Yeah. But then another thing you could do is you could go really low into create solo queue. You could go into Diamond Zeds. You can go into, just look for people that Zed is in their top 5 most played champions or something and find it. Because even if it's not Faker, even if it's not Apto, they're still doing shit that's good.
Okay.
You can learn from every elo, so yeah. Okay?
Yep.
Alright man, I will talk to you later.
Okay, thank you very much.
Alright, see you. Bye.